Hi, welcome back to my Yoga with Aya channel. Today's yoga is featuring working on your mobility. So when you are ready, get your mat and sit in a comfortable cross-legged seated pose, starting off with alternate nose breathing pranayama. So cover one nostril and inhale from the other side. Maybe count 2 to 5 is good. Hold in between. And now exhale out through the other nostril. Inhale and hold for a few counts and exhale from the other side. You can repeat a few more times. Just make sure to relax your mind, relax your body. Placing your hands together at heart center. If you like to set an intention for your practice, probably this is a good moment. Reach your arms over your head. Exhale, release your arms by your side. Inhale to lift one arm to the sky, look up. Exhale, bend over to one side. Just relax both shoulders down towards the mat. Exhale, come back to center. Let's switch side. Inhale, open up your arms up. And exhale, reach over to the other side. Try to keep both hips on your mat. Okay, slowly come back to center. Inhale, reach your arm up, and exhale, reach over to one side. This time we're gonna bring the gaze over to the opposite side. We are bending. Again, keep both hips down on your mat. Okay, slowly come back to center. Inhale, reach the other arm up. Exhale, reach over to one side and gaze over to the opposite side. Breathe in and out through your nose. Come back to center. Now place your hands down and slowly tuck your toes under and sit over your heels. Grab your heels down, seated cat and cow, slowly arching your back, lift up your gaze. Exhale, come back through center, slowly round your back, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale back through center, arching your back, lift up your chin. And exhale, slowly round your back, squeeze your chin to your chest. One more time each. Move with your own breath and own pace. Slowly come back to center. Now release your hands down. Untuck your toes, split your knees wide, child's pose. Slowly walk your hands forward, sit over your heels. Gently swaying your forehead side to side, activating your third eye center. Let's slowly walk both hands over to one side. So when you walk over to your right side, you want to put your left hand on top of your right hand. Walk your hands back through center. Now walk over to the opposite side. So reach to your left and right hand is on top of your left. Walk your hands back through center. One more time, sink your hips deeply towards your hips. Now slowly hinge forward, hands underneath your shoulders. Slowly lower your knees down, come into a cobra pose, and exhale, sit over your heels, child's pose. Inhale, hinge forward, slowly scoop your belly button down towards the mat, cobra. And exhale, sit over your heels, child's pose. Again, you can move on your own pace, own breath. Slowly hinge forward. Find your tabletop pose, hands and knees. Let's sway hips side to side, nice and slow. Seeing how your hip joints doing. You can bend a little bit deeper if you can. And back to stillness. Split your fingertips nice and wide. Few sets of cat and cow, arching your back, look up for cow. Exhale, round your back, gaze to your belly button. Inhale to drop your tummy down, gaze up. Exhale, round your back, cat pose. One more time each. And slow exhale, cat pose. Come back to your stillness. Now tuck your toes under, lift your right leg behind. Exhale, drop your right foot over to your right side. And slowly reach your right hand up. Small rotation with that hand. And exhale to tuck and curl. So inhale to reach your right arm to the sky. Exhale, scoot towards your left side. So make sure your right foot is pressed down on that floor. Slowly reach the hand over. And release it down. Come back to tabletop pose. Let's switch side. Tuck your left toes under. Kick that leg behind. And slowly spin it over to your left side. Okay, switch inside. Reach your left hand up with inhale. Exhale, tuck and curl. On your own pace. So you cannot see your my left foot, but my left foot is flat on the mat, on the floor. Okay, one more time. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reach the hand over, pause for a moment. And exhale, release your hand down, release your knee down, back to tabletop pose. Tuck both toes under. Exhale to downward facing dog. Adjust your feet, hand position if you need. Bending one knee at a time to walk your dog. Continue to place both hands away from your mat. Settle down on your down dog when you're ready. You can move your head side to side, making sure your neck is nice and soft. Now hinge forward, come into a plank pose, shoulder above your head, and now push it up to back to downward facing dog. Few more times. Slowly hinge forward, slightly walk your hands forward, plank. And exhale, Down dog. Slowly walk your hands towards your feet. Standing forward bend. Grabbing opposite elbows. Keep your neck and shoulder nice and soft. You can move any way you like here. Slowly release your hands down. Walk your hands forward. Back to downward facing dog. Upside down V shape. Now reach your right foot high, three-leg dog. Just pause for a moment. Exhale, round your back, bring that knee to your nose. Inhale back to three-leg dog. It doesn't have to be too high. Exhale to scorpion dog, bend that knee, gaze underneath your right arm. Inhale back to three-leg dog. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, lift that leg high. Exhale, back to scorpion dog. Inhale, extend that leg up and slowly release it down, back to downward facing dog. Drop both knees down, untuck your toes. Let's shake those hands off, releasing some stress. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times, removing the stress from your shoulders as well. Okay, let's get ready for working on the other side. Tuck both toes under, back to downward facing dog. This time slowly shoot your left foot high, three-leg dog. Exhale, nice and slow, lounge your back, knee to your nose. Again, three-leg dog. Exhale, scorpion dog, bend that knee, gaze underneath your left shoulder. Inhale back to three-leg dog. Exhale, round your back, knee to your nose. Back to three-leg dog. Exhale, scorpion dog. So working on your hips, range of motion here. Okay, back to three-leg dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now walk your feet in between your hands, standing forward bend. Next, inhale, bend both knees, finding chair pose. Exhale, hinge forward, airplane arm. Inhale, bend both knees, back to chair pose. Exhale, both legs straight halfway with airplane. Okay, come back to chair pose. And exhale, halfway lift with airplane arm. Bend both knees, rise and shine. Exhale, hands together at heart center, Tadasana, standing mountain pose. Inhale, reach your hands over your head. Exhale, relaxing swan dive forward bend, hinge from your hips. Slightly bend both knees, step back with your right foot, low lunge. Now bring your left hand inside of your left foot. Walk your left foot out to the side. Drop your right knee down. Untuck your toes. Now reach your left hand up to the sky. Now making a big circle using the entire left arm. Working on your shoulder range of motion here. Come to your stillness and release the hand down. Now tuck your right toes under. Modify halfway split. Begin to straighten your left leg. Lift your left toes off the mat and walk your hands forward. One more time. Now we are working on your left leg. hip flexor. And walk your hands back to forward. One more time. Sit back. And come back front. Now release your left hand outside of your left hand. Step your left knee back. Right foot forward. Right hand inside of your right foot. First reach your right hand to the sky and begin to make a big circle using the entire right arm. You can move a little bit slower than you want to go. Pause it at the center. Slowly release the hand down. Now prepare for modify halfway split. So bend your right knee back and forth a couple of times as you walk your hands back and forth. Now, step your right knee back to tabletop pose. Tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Aim for the upside down V shape. You can have cleansing breaths to let the heat out through your mouth. Okay, let's slowly drop both knees down and tuck your toes. Slowly reach your right hand up forward and to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, drop your right shoulder all the way down on your mat. Take your moment to settle down. From there, you can walk your left hand over your head. Taking a few moments to see how your body is responding. Then you can make a half bind if you like. If this is not for you, you can always come back to extended arm position. Okay, let's slowly reach your left hand up and over. Preparing to release. Slide your hand right by your face. Releasing your right arm from underneath. Send it up and back on your mat. Let's switch side. Left hand forward to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Drop your left shoulder down all the way. Take a few more moments here. Now you can walk your right arm forward. Another moment or two. Either stay there or you can make half bind by sending your right hand behind your lower back. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. Okay, let's slowly prepare to release. Send the arm over your head and slide it by your face. Release your left arm from underneath. Send it up and release back to tabletop pose. Tuck your toes under. Exhale to downward facing dog. Placing both hands away from your mat. Now walk your feet in between your hands. Standing forward bend. Inhale, back to chair pose. Exhale, open twist to your right side. So you want to keep your knees facing forward, but twisting from your hips. Okay, switching side, open twist to your left side. Exhale, back to chair pose. Now send your arms behind, slightly hinge forward, chair plane pose, and rise and shine. Exhale, hands together, Tadasana, standing mountain pose. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, swan dive forward bend, hinge from your hips. Slightly bend both knees, step back with your right foot, low lunge. Now drop your right knee down, tuck the right toe under, sweep your hands over, crescent moon lunge. Hands together at heart center, preparing for twist. Exhale, twist over to your left side. Make sure you are twisting from your waistline. Slowly unwind, come back to center, reach your hands over. Now hinge forward, slide your hands to the mat, send it back and up to the crescent moon lunge. One more time, sweep your hands slightly back bend through center. Release both hands down. Let's switch side, but first swaying your hips side to side. Now step your right foot in between your hands. Reach your hands over, crescent moon lunge. Hands together at heart center, preparing for twist, hinge forward. Now twist to the other side. Breathe through the area of tension. Inhale, reach your hands over. Exhale, release your hands down and sweep your hands back up. Crescent moon. One more time. Slide your fingertips. Reach slightly back bend. Back to crescent moon lunge. Release both hands down. Come back to tabletop pose. Now split your knees wide, coming back to child's pose. Drop your head down. You can have a cleansing breath to let the heat out through your mouth. Now slowly hinge forward, back to tabletop pose. Tuck your toes under, slowly walk your hands to your knees and come up on your knees. We are preparing for modified camel pose. So interlace your hands behind your hips as you pull the fist towards your knees, arching your back, bring your gaze up. And slowly gaze back to center, but keep your hands behind. One more time, slowly pull your fists down and bring your gaze up, and slowly come back to center. Okay, let's do one more time. Reaching that chin to the sky and slowly release it down. Now slowly sit over your heels, separate your knees a little bit wider, hands together at heart center. Now extend your hands forward. Slowly begin to open up your right hand over your right side, following your gaze nice and slow. Bring your hands back to center. Now switching side. Slowly begin to open up your left hand over your left side. Follow your gaze. And slowly come back to center, both hands together. Hands together at heart center. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Drop your gaze down. Holding a few more moments there. Relax your neck. Relax your face. Okay, release both hands down. Tabletop pose. Tuck your toes under. Back to downward facing dog. Bending one knee at a time, walking a dog one more time. Slowly settle down. Now place the top of your right foot down, left foot down, come into an upward facing dog. Exhale, come back to downward facing dog. Again, top of your right foot down, left foot down. Keep your upper thighs lifted and back to downward facing dog. Okay, hinge forward again. Upward facing dog one more time. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Now drop your thighs down, drop your forearms down, slowly drop your forehead down. Taking a moment or two to release some tension out through your mouth. Now extend your left arm to the side, right hand underneath your shoulder. Now lift your right half of your body, bend your right knee, place the foot outside of your left knee. Keep your left shoulder square on your mat. You can adjust the amount of the stretch by adjusting the position of your right hand. If you place the hand closer to your chest, you can feel more stretch. Okay, let's switch side. Extend your right arm to the side, left hand underneath your left shoulder. Lift left half of your body, bend your left knee, place the knee outside of your right leg. Again, adjust your left hand position depending on how much stretch you want to get out of this practice. Make sure to keep your face down. And slowly come back to center. Now we are finding Sphinx pose, forearms down on your mat. Keep your gaze to the neutral spot. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Now slowly separate your feet wide. Extend your arms nice and long. Find your seal pose. Slowly lower your chest down. Zip up your legs together to touch. Hands by your side. Inhale, coming up to Cobra pose. Okay, first rotating your right head to your right side. Gaze over your right shoulder. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, gaze over to your left shoulder and come back to center. Slowly walk your hands towards your knees and slowly send your legs forward. Scoop up towards the top of your mat. Knees bent, feet flat. Drop your forehead down towards your knees, grabbing opposite elbows. Bring your gaze back to center. Drop your heels down, hands together. Exhale, twist to your right side. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale, easy twist to your left. Inhale, come back to center. Slowly extend both legs straight. Find your stuffed seated pose. Inhale to reach your arms over your head. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Relaxing, seated forward bend. Just let your hands land naturally on your legs. Slowly bring your gaze up. Slowly lower your back down all the way. Slowly separate your feet a little bit wide and shake your legs off. Okay, we're gonna do some leg stretch. So first, pull your right knee into your chest and send your right foot straight to the sky. Now flex and point the toes a couple of times. So you can adjust by bending your right knee, depends on your flexibility. Now squeeze your right knee to your right shoulder. Begin to making a circle with your right knee. So now drawing a circle from inside to out, changing the directions. Okay, now ready for spinal twist. Drop your right knee over to your left side and bring your gaze to the opposite side. Come back to center when you are ready. Send that leg straight to the sky one more time. And let's switch sides. Shake it off first. Even your legs. Now bend your left knee. Send your left leg straight to the sky, holding behind your left knee. First point and flex the toes a couple of times. Make sure your head is relaxed on your mat. Now squeeze the left knee to your left shoulder. Begin to make circles from outside to in. And you can change the direction to inside to out. Now prepare for spinal twist. Slowly guide your left knee over to your right side. Keep your left shoulder square. Gaze over to your left side. When you are ready, come back to center. Extend that leg straight to the sky one more time. Bend your knees, feet flat. Now, happy baby pose, grabbing the arch of your feet, either from inside or outside. Move any way you like. When you're ready, come to your stillness. Take your time to find comfortable Shavasana pose. You can stay in Shavasana as long as you like. Thank you so much for stopping by and practice with me. Make sure to leave some feedback on the comment below. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Namaste.